Hey friends, come along with us. I'm making this delicious pizza pasta bake. My take on that viral spaghetti, all layered and ooey gooey in the dish. This is perfect for potlucks, church potlucks, anywhere you got to bring a great big. Oh. Winnie wants to be in every single video. She was already in this one. Hey, baby girl. We're gonna try this, but first I'll show you how I made it.
We're going to start this recipe with 1 diced onion. And you can also see I have some water starting to boil on the stove. That's going to be for our pasta. Then we're going to add in 1 pound of ground beef. And as it starts to brown, we're going to put some seasoning in it. And you can put any seasoning that you like, but we want this to taste like pizza. So I started with some garlic powder and then a lot of Italian seasoning. That's going to give it that good pizza taste. And then to this, I also added some Lawry's seasoned salt, and then some crushed red pepper flakes. Now I'm going to pause right here and show you one thing. I am such a believer in getting your meat at a butcher. You guys, I buy my meat in 1 pound packages at the butcher. It's $5.50 if you get it in bulk, which is like 20 pounds at a time. And look at this, there's no fat on here. This is so much better quality than you get at the grocery store. I just want to put that in your heads. If you have a local butcher, you should check him out. Now to this, I'm going to add in 1 can of diced tomatoes. And then your favorite pasta sauce. I love the Prego with meat just for everyday recipes. There's other spaghetti sauces that I like, but I do like this one. It's economical and it has a good flavor. Don't forget to put a little bit of water in, shake your jar up, and put it in there. We don't care if this recipe has excess moisture. You actually do need it, so that's great. Now stir that to fully combine it, and we're going to let that simmer on the stove while we get the rest of our recipe ready. So now that my water is boiling, we're going to add the pasta, and you can use any kind. I happen to have linguine, so that's what I used. And I normally prefer to break my pasta in half, so don't be worried about doing that. It actually makes this a little bit easier to eat. Now you're going to fully cook this pasta till it's nice and soft and then drain it. And then we're going to add in some Alfredo sauce. And you guys, I got this Alfredo sauce at Aldi, and can you believe it was my first time ever going to an Aldi? I'll show you a little clip of that adventure.
You're never going to believe this, but I've never been to an Aldi. I'm a first timer.
There's a new one up here.
Yeah, there hasn't been one very close to us, so we're gonna go check it out. My first time. I already don't know what I'm doing, and I have to go back outside to get a cart. Who knew? I had no idea that the carts were outside. I had to go all the way back outside to get it.
The cart? Was it a quarter?
Yeah, look. Oh. So you stick the quarter in, and it unhooks this thing from the other cart.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's what our Aldi looks like. I don't know how it compares to other people's. This is a new one. It's only been open for a few months. You guys, give me your favorites. I don't know what's good or bad here. Like, I have no idea. Everything looks so good to me. So fresh. Look at how red these strawberries are. I just have no idea what's good or bad here. You got to give me your comments on what's your favorite thing at Aldi's, and I will try it because everything looks good, but I'm nervous to buy anything. I did happen to find these cute snowflake cones though. We'll see how they are. We got a pizza, strawberries, ice cream, and some Alfredo. And I'm gonna try this drink. Now let's go see if we can get our quarterback. Okay, how on earth? This goes back in here. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Not so hard.
So this is one of the things I was trying out, but seriously guys, if you have other recommendations, let me know in the comments because I would love to know what's good there. It's only about 10 minutes from our house. Add a little bit of water to that pasta sauce just like you did the other one because a little extra moisture is fine for this recipe. Now stir this up. One of my favorite ways to stir spaghetti is with a fork and a spoon. I did add a little bit of garlic powder and then some of this creamy melt mozzarella cheese from Kraft. This is one of the only cheeses, this and Parmesan, that I will buy already pre-shredded because this has a hint of cream cheese in it and it makes it so creamy. I will buy this for anything I make with pizza, like homemade pizza or pizza bread. So add some of that in and stir it around. This will make your noodles so nice and cheesy and help them really stick together in this casserole. Now from here, we're going to spray a 9 by 13 inch casserole dish and we're going to plop those noodles right in. And then you're going to want to make sure that you spread those around until they're nice and even all the way around in that pan. Because remember, we're making a casserole out of this. Once that's nice and even in the pan, then we're going to pour on our spaghetti and meat sauce. And we want to do the same thing with this. We want to spread it all over evenly on the top. And sometimes I use my spoon and push it down just a little bit into that spaghetti because you don't mind if those flavors get kind of mingled in there. You can see it's still hot and steamy from being simmering on the stove. Now from here, we're going to add the rest of that bag of creamy melt Kraft mozzarella cheese. Don't be shy with the cheese. Remember, this is a pizza casserole, so it's got to be nice and cheesy. Reserve just a tiny little bit, about a tablespoon or two. And don't forget to get all the way to the edges. Now, here comes the pepperoni. This is what makes this definitely a pizza casserole. This is what your kids are going to see, or this is what the kids at the church potluck are going to see, and they're going to be heading right to this casserole because pepperoni means pizza. Once you have a good amount of pepperoni on here, we're going to sprinkle that last couple tablespoons of cheese over it because we want this to really look like pizza. Then we're going to bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, just until the edges start to get a little bit golden brown. And as usual, I have my little helper Winnie with me. Now, after about 25 or 30 minutes, we're going to pull this out and you can see this looks like pizza. It is ooey and gooey inside. The sides are brown and bubbling. This is perfect for supper with your kids or your husband. It is perfect for a potluck or a church potluck. This holds up so well. What we end up doing is cutting it in half, scooting that into another container and freezing the rest because this makes so much. It heats up perfectly. It is great for leftovers. I absolutely love this recipe. It's just easy to make and it tastes so good. It reminds everybody of pizza. Look at that cheese. What's funny is we, at our house, when you have too much cheese, the joke is we call it choky cheese. Like, don't choke on that cheese. But that creamy mozzarella from Kraft is not choky cheese. That is great cheese. Here is our reaction to this recipe.
All right, here we go. This is what I'm going to call pizza pasta bake. It is my take, here you go, on the viral spaghetti that went out a couple years ago last year. Perfect for potlucks.
I got a nice big chunk of canned tomato, which was good.
It's ooey and gooey, has pepperoni, perfect comfort food, great for a potluck. This holds up so well. We love it as leftovers. I hope you guys try this recipe. It's so good.
It is really tasty.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.